Y'all get into the spiritual community and y'all just don't have no fucking principles. Okay, y'all leave Christianity. It's Sunday, ain't it? We in the sacred temples. Y'all leave Christianity and then y'all come over here and y'all have no principles. Y'all leave your religious backgrounds and come over here and you still ain't got no principles. And it just shows that it's a lack of desire for discipline. You see God's girl come in here? Exactly. Y'all leave spirituality, okay? Y'all leave the household of Christ. You leave the fellowship and the bishops. You leave the synagogues. You leave all of that behind, and then you come over here and you don't have no principle. A lot of you just want to be willy-nilly. See, you was under the Christian sector, and because you wanted to be the heathen of the church, you decided to go live in spirituality world because there was girlies over here teaching y'all how to be sexually free without principle. So you got all these sprinkles girls trying to get a husband off of the lack of principle or understanding what her real role is, not just in biblical, but in full God's eyes. See, I came from a Christian background and I almost discarded the whole damn thing. But then when I understood the depths in the core of what spirituality in the occult was, I was able to bridge it back to actual real codes of the Bible. And I'm like, oh, now I get it. Now I can actually stand where I really want to stand when it comes to these codings of the universe, but understand the laws and the commandments of the Bible. See, y'all just be out here flipping the fuck out when you run away from your Christian household. See, I'm sorry, baby. Your grandma still had the understanding of the wickedness and also the balance of the goodness of them prayers. See, them prayers still got your black ass into this car. This prayer still got your black ass through all of what we went through. For you to sit in the suburbs, for you to sit in the apartment, for you to sit in that house, for you to even be able to have a magical love tone for any black woman or black man freely, and y'all still can't get it together. So they saying, look, I really don't care. Hold on, y'all. They said, I really don't care what you say about Jasmine or what you say about a Shayla. Over here is balance. See, if you want to be sexual, you got to be sexual, but you have to have the principle and the understanding of you just can't be out here just be free and all. Okay? There's duties and responsibilities. See, we going into this super new moon in Taurus. There has to be values. Taurus has values. Okay? Values are taught to be had. See, y'all be in three-party situations, and this is where we got to start understanding what are we really looking for. Okay? What are we really looking for? Y'all want to be like Christ and have Christ consciousness, but don't understand the median of what that looks like. See, Taurus teaches you to have values. Taurus teaches the Libra how to come into harmony and balance by going through the levels of nature. See, nature is where we need to be at. Nature is where we need to be at. So I need y'all to hold on real quick. Even if I glitch out, and like I say, if I glitch out, it don't mean that I'm going anywhere. You just need to stay on the live and hear the message. I'm going to be back. So if I glitch while moving, it's just really a glitch in the matrix. Be all right with it. Be all right with it. Know that I'll be back. I'm not done talking. If you know that I'm here to talk, you know that I'm here to also listen. This is why I'm channeling. There is something about law, commandment, principles, principalities, integrity, truth coming online to the collective. And so we're going to start here with Taurus. Okay, we're going to open up this book. We're going to have some balance real quick. What is Taurus here to teach us? What is Taurus here to teach us? So if we put Taurus on the rising sign, right? And then in the second house, Taurus's values is in Gemini. Okay? Taurus understands that there you have to value duality. Okay? This is the first gate of duality. This is the first gate of where Taurus starts to come into the perspective, the mindset of the Cancer. They think alike. You want to know what each rising sign, each zodiac sign thinks like? Starting with a Cancer rising. A Cancer rising thinks like a Virgo. Okay, I love me a good Virgo. I love me a good Virgo. You know why I love me a good Virgo? Oh, shit. You know why I like me a good Virgo? I'll tell you why, but give me 1 second. Won't pause the live. You know why I like me a good Virgo? I'll tell you why, but give me 1 second. Won't pause the live real quick. All right. So the good things about Virgo, right? Virgo is the one that's going to create the system for you in your mind. Virgo is going to teach you how to make it all make sense. See, Taurus teaches the Virgo how to have common sense. Cancer risings have common sense. Their mind thinks in common sense layers. Virgo and Taurus is the energy that peels back the veil of nature. See, when you go through nature, you start to step into a whole other ethereal land. Air occupies the earth. There's also gravity here on the earth. So when you start putting the science, when you start putting the understanding to everything, Seven of Pentacles and Eight of Swords, you start having to be patient with understanding why you're stuck. See, y'all hate being stuck. Spirit says, Jasmine, you hate being stuck too. I do. I don't like being stuck. But what is stuck actually here to teach you is here to teach you about being surrendering. You have to see things from a different perspective. Every single layer of where you're at, there's an opposite of that other energy. So when you start to understand, okay, in Earth, Taurus, Mother Earth, Venus, you start to understand, okay, look, in the layer of Mother Earth, you want to get a code, stay on the live. Keep liking the live and actually share the live. You want to get a code. When you step into the in-between, that is your third house. I just gave you the code. I just gave you the code. I just gave you the code. You want to step into the in-between, you go to your third house. You go to the deeper layers of your mind, deeper layers of your psyche. If you want to do numbers, you see the third house as number 3 of all creation. Here on earth, it's your thoughts. Gemini. Okay, let's do it again. Taurus. Third house is what? Cancer. They think alike. Cancers, Taurus thinks like cancers. Or they have a Cancerian mind. So when you look at the 12th house of Taurus, Taurus also has Aries. The crippling thing of Taurus is that it has the brain and the mind smack dab in between. Taurus is here to teach the Gemini how to think. Nothing becomes after the Taurus until it gives birth, and so on and so forth. So when you're thinking about Taurus and you got Taurus second house in Gemini, Gemini is teaching Taurus the values, perspective of the emotional world of Cancer. Where do we step into this? Where do we see this from a different perspective? Where do we see this from a different perspective? What does nature provide? The 11th house, you go to the 11th house. It's Pisces. The 11th house is about your wishes, your dreams. Your 6th house is your fulfillment. So we have 3rd house, Cancer and Taurus. 4th house would be Leo. 5th house would be Virgo. 6th house would be Libra. So when we look here, each quadrant. So when we go to the 1st to the 6th, we're going to 6 to the 12th. You got to look at it as shapes and numbers. The emotional world of the Queen of Cups. The emotional world, they're flying a kite, but it's a shark. This shark is telling me is giving warning, but I feel like y'all are playing with death. I think you're playing with transformation. I think you're playing with rebirth. I feel like you're playing with as if this is not real. I feel like y'all play with the magic. I think you play with the waters. I think you play too much. And see, the reason why you play too much, this is why Taurus has a groundiness, because the 2nd house for them is Gemini, and they understand that Gemini has a duality of thinking that things are a joke, the trickster, but also utilizing the non-serious side of life to distribute the understanding of the common sense of self-love, to understand that this place, this plane of existence, to have fertile grounds is your thoughts. Who? I don't think y'all want to get into this chamber of Taurus, because Taurus has not been open. Taurus has been stubborn. Taurus had to restructure. This is why death is here. This is why the death card is here. They had to restructure. 7 of Pentacles, they were feeling stuck for a while, but having to surrender and be patient. They felt like this period was, I'm stuck here. But no, it's your emotions. It's your thought patterns. Okay. Do I need to peek a little bit more for y'all? Are y'all not seeing it? Are you seeing it? Let's go it over again. If you want to have material wealth, okay, Taurus is the first sign of Venus. It's Venus is money. Okay, you want to have a Jupiter in Taurus. You want to have Moon in Taurus. You want to have North nodes in Taurus. You want to have conjunctions to Taurus, sextiles, trines. Shit, Venus and Taurus. Tower card, 3 of Wands. This is going to be the breakthrough of the mind, of the vision. Give me a second. You look in your 2nd house. You want to know of Taurus. Oh, how am I going to make money? What's the signature of wealth? You don't need to be a Taurus to understand this, though. You'll look at the 2nd house. The 2nd house is Gemini. Gemini is it's your thoughts. Gemini rules thoughts. Mercury, communication, is the ground for fertilization. Mercury is commerce. Okay? So if you want to learn how to make money in the month of May, you'll have to understand that your mind, third house of Taurus, is Cancer. So it is also hand in hand your thoughts plus emotions. Fourth house, fifth house, that creates. Leo, fourth house. Now step into that layer, break that through. This is a breakthrough through your vision. This is where you peek through the veil. So if you can't peek through this veil, Leo. So Tauruses will have Mars and Leo in their fourth house. Okay? The fourth house is the teaching of your legacy. Taurus is about long term. It's at work, that craftsmanship. Leo is the creator, Virgo is the crafter. So really, oh, yeah, fifth house, Virgo, creation, craftsmanship, artisan work. The earth, what is Taurus here to create? A system. Taurus is here is creating the numbers because Virgo rules the numbers. Taurus is here that creates the mathematics. So Taurus is good at what? Their talents sit in the fifth house. They're good at numbers. They're good at organization. They're good at what else? Systems, humanitarian. They could be good with pets, animals. Um, but this is also about creation. So what the earth creates. Okay, Taurus, Venus. What is Venus here to create? Fifth house, Virgo, goddess. This is the realm of the goddess. That's Virgo energy. This is the realm of Althena. I mean, not Althena. Goodness gracious, Australia. This is Virgo's territory where she is created. If you want to know where all things are created through. So if you say Cancer, what does she create? She creates the death and rebirth and transformation cycles because her fifth house is Scorpio. If you want to know what a Pisces rising creates, okay, this would be Cancer is here. She creates home. She creates stability. She creates this womb. She is the primordial womb. The places that you don't go to. The places that are abandoned. Okay? You can go through the Pisces house to understand abandonment, understand where there is now a deeper understanding of this mission where you go into your crafts. You go deeper into your whys. You go deeper into yourself. You go deeper into who you are. You just stop. You surrender. You don't center yourself around other people. You're just in a place of deep levels of solitude. You can look at the Eight of Swords as being stuck, or you can look at the Eight of Swords as maybe the eight is the abundance of your thoughts. See, you see things from a bad place. Going back into duality, you see it as a good place instead of just seeing it as a place of harmony. See, you can see this kite as just a symbolism as a shark, or you could just see the joy down below of a son and maybe a grandfather or a brother or an uncle that is out there with their next lineage, and you can start to see that your ego, fifth house, the performance of your rising is starting to shake. You want to learn how to come online, you go through your fifth house. You want to know your talents, you want to know what you're supposed to be creating, go through your fifth house. That's the most important house. If you skip the fifth house, you don't know your ninth house. You don't know your purpose. First, fifth, ninth. The first house is about you, the self, the beginning. The fifth house is about the change. Okay, you just use the numbers. You see that the fifth house is the welder. Okay, you have to. Oh, okay. This is the big message. Y'all need to come in. Sit down. Just don't ask questions. Just sit. Sit. Realize. How can we perform any magic if you don't know the material? You don't know nothing. You don't know the aims. You don't know the targets. You don't know the points. You don't know nothing. You need to know your first, fifth, ninth. First, fifth, ninth. You want to know what you're here to do? Go to your first, fifth, ninth. Your soul, your first house, where the soul enters, the beginning, your body, your machine. You go to your fifth house, you know what you create, you know your talents. You know how to utilize your fifth house, how to come online with your powers. You go to your ninth house, this is the house of God. This is the the table of what God has for your life. And see, this is where the laws and principles come in when you go to your ninth house. What's the laws and principles over your life? What keeps you out of being lawless? What keeps you out of there? This is where you double tap into your echoes of Taurus too. What does Taurus teach the Sagittarius? See, that's where the gems come. And when you start to understand Taurus, you start to sharpen your iron of understanding what you really fighting for. You fighting back for your memory. You fighting back for something that was definitely lost. Taurus can lose themselves if they're not careful. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Self-value. Self-worth. When you come into your body, Aries, you got to now Taurus, second house. You have to value your own value. When you come here, you have to value self. You have to remember the self. Earth is here to teach you how to remember yourself. That's the key to exit. You want to know how to exit, you go through your 12th, you go through your 8th house. You want to know how to exit, you go through your 12th, you go through your 8th house. How to exit out the matrix, you go through your 12th house, you go through your 8th house. Let me say it again. You want to know how to exit the matrix, you go through your 12th house, you go through your 8th house. But the first, fifth, ninth house is the thing that you have to do here on earth. Your second house is really what you produce, the fruits. That's Venus. Taurus rules food. So your fruits, your seeds, is your first and your second, the seeds of you. Nigga, what? That was making me doing some magic trick. It's 10:44. I do got somewhere to go today. Oh! Man, if I put these gyms out there, it's really for the people that really just want to be ready. If you want to be ready, then be ready. Stay ready. This is the Alchemist Oasis where I break down the birth chart. Uh, yeah. Oof. You're gonna start to feel some things move throughout your body. What you've abandoned is what you have to go master. I just learned that. What you've abandoned is what you have to master. Think about it. What you have abandoned is what you have to master. Anything that you want to go towards, anything that you want to release, anything that you want to actually come into, there's something that you have to release. That's what you abandon. You have to master that. But there's some things that you don't abandon because you keep. And see, that's the mastery of understanding what you are not to discard and what you are to let go of. There's times where you have to let go of childhood to come into being to a man. But see, when you get a child, as a child, you are supposed to stay in a child, but you are also supposed to grow. There's 3 tiers to a man. There's the explorer, there's the watcher, and then there's the navigator. The explorer, the watcher, the navigator. The explorer, the watcher, and the navigator. And so when you understand that what you did wrong, divine masculine, was only abandoning the self. And when you understand that about yourself, you start to mirror what is true about yourself, what is right about yourself. See, the Five of Pentacles keeps coming back. What did you let go of? This is going to be an intense reading, and I'm going to really intensify this energy. I want to capture what this energy is going to do. Is starting to seduce the very thing that has to be pushed out this time. You got to push this energy out. You got to have to surrender to this energy. You have to let go of this energy. You have to understand that the watcher is also the surrenderer to the navigator, as the navigator is the watcher to the explorer. See, when the explorer is the one that comes back with the knowledge and the wisdom, he is the hermit. The star player is the watcher. Do you understand? The one that is watching is the actual sage. The yogi is the navigator, and the magi is the explorer. You see your command. Not now. You see your command. You see your command. And you don't lose your command, because then you falsely awaken something within the Empress, the Taurus, the void. So we have Saturn, judgment, coming into Taurus that will happen in the next 3 years. And so we see that there could be the greatest depression if you don't understand your nature. You go through your crown chakra. Pinky, what's your question, love? And so when you understand this, loves, you start to understand, okay, I have to really look at myself from a whole different viewpoint. I got to really sit the fuck down. Like, what's holding me back? What's restricting me? That's the 8 of Swords. That makes me feel like I can't change. What's restricting you is holding you from change. And it ain't got nothing to do with no boy, ain't got nothing to do with no girl, ain't got nothing to do with nobody else but yourself. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody else but you, boo. You don't want to move forward. Jupiter and Cancer, where Jupiter and Leo will be here very soon. I'm telling y'all, it's time for you to jump. You got the World card here, because there is going to be a renewal. Life is changing. There is a shift that is happening. We got the Chariot and Cancer here. This is a now powered movement forward. You're going into your confidence. You're going into your confidence. You're going into your confidence. There is a renewal that is happening. This is also happening in Cancer and Leo season. The World card here is also still Saturn too. So Spirit is saying, when you gonna land the plane? Because the plane already been landed. You still trying to navigate, because you still trying to fix the explorer within you. You trying to ravel itself back in. The Magi. See, the Watcher is now the perspective, where the Magi is actually teaching itself, the explorer, which is inside the navigator. And you're starting to understand a different perspective, where what is my intention and what am I manifesting? And that's what the Watcher, the Sage, the Seer, the one that has already mastered. Honestly, Spirit says you could really just sit in a tree for all that matters, when you have already explored and understand everything about nature. The Divine Masculine is here to explore nature in itself. The Temperance card is here. There's a lot of stars that are happening. There's a lot of star witnesses that are happening. There's a lot of, and see, the Sage and the Seer is Grandpa. Yeah, he look like Grandpa. Wear your blue, wear your green. Everything ain't got to be so simple. There could be more magic out there, but you're not exploring the magic. You're not exploring shit. You're not the explorer is the inner child. You're not exploring nothing. That's the Jupiter. The Watcher is really Pisces. Okay? And the Explorer is really Leo and Aries. So we're dealing with Jupiterian, and then we're dealing with Sun energy, Mars. Ace of Wands, that's how you explain creation, exploring creation, back and forth. And then that's how you aim. That's how you just boom. That's just how you hit your target. Every time, let me say it like this. Every time you want to create, you set an intention for it. This is going to be so intense. I'm going to hold y'all back. This is the season to create. This is the season to create. So where I'm going, I'm finna go create with the math of the rhythm of my hip bones to some drums. That's where I'm finna go forth. I'm finna go dance to the rhythm of some drums. That's where I'm finna create. I'm finna create a math problem in my mind to solve today. I'm gonna go think like a Cancer and a Taurus because that's really I'll be having that energy, you know. There's something that y'all are gonna have to understand. Your psychic formulas, how you really get there. You gotta practice your superpowers, y'all. You have to practice your superpowers. And to practice that is your first, fifth, and ninth house. You want to exit the stage of the matrix, you go through the 12th and the 8th. Study of self. I already taught you the third house how to fertilize your garden. That's not hard. It's your thoughts. Any negative thought, you assess that thought. Just assess it. What are you here to say? Mm-mm. What are you here to say? What are you here to say? See that spirit calling. All right. The divine masculine is still going through a death period, still going through an awakening. That could be you inside yourself and them inside themselves. There could also be mercy here. It goes both ways. The divine feminine is just here to have mercy. The divine masculine is here to understand what they did wrong. It's going to be okay. Eight of Pentacles, you still keep working on your craft. That's what they want you to do. They want you to behave. Divine feminines, keep working on you. Ten of Pentacles, so that it's going to be generic, but you got your bag. It's quiet. Y'all, 2025 said, okay, I'm going to rip some things up. At the very beginning, I'm going to rip some things up. I'm going to rip some things down. Downtown. Ooh. They said they're going to have to rip some things up. I like my manga cards. thought these were kind of dope. I'm hearing y'all need to kick ass, playtime over, ascend, or get the fuck out. They said this is big boy games. The trials are not over. Justice. Ooh. It sucks to be you. We're going through, I feel like we're right now there's a stuck energy in the mind. I need y'all to really start seeing truth, because that's how you unlock your third eye. Can we get there? Can we get there? Can we talk? I really don't feel like driving today, but that is the truth. How you gonna get unstuck? You speak your truth. How do you get anything unstuck? You just speak truth. First of all, that's fire. That's how you get through it. If your magic feels stuck, that's really all that fire. Okay? Nothing can come into being. Like, speak your truth. That's how things get moving. Okay? Libra teaches the Scorpio how to speak their truth. Like, you gotta speak your truth. If you feel stuck, you speak your truth. If you feel stuck, you speak your fucking truth. Even if it's wildly uncomfortable. You speak your fucking truth. You release, you let go. You release, you let go. You speak your truth. And yes, you get that shit all the fuck out. Damn, I feel better now. I think y'all feel better now. That's how you manifest. When you are in denial, when you stay in denial, ain't nothing manifesting. It's an irritation. You feel so irritated about something because you just want to say what the fuck you want to say. And this is why you feel so fucking stuck. What is Oshun? Oshun is about justice too. It ain't no time to be. First of all, you should be more afraid of being stuck than be afraid of speaking your truth. You should be more afraid of being stuck, stagnant, than speaking your truth. Wait a minute, I got something to say. This bullshit. That's what you need to say. You need to learn how to just say it. Something is just fucking bullshit. You just say it. You just slide that shit the fuck in and you say that shit. That's what Taurus and Sagittarius cycle. I told you I was gonna get to it. That's what Taurus and Sagittarius cycle is teaching you. Okay? Those are the true gems. Taurus is like a bull. But hey, Taurus still knows how what? Where is Sagittarius in Taurus's chart? Do you know? Is it moved up one? I think it's moved up one. Or moved back. It's in the 8th house. Y'all feel you want to get out of the matrix. Go through your 8th and 12th house. Sagittarius sits in Taurus's rising's 8th house. Taurus understands that the 8th house is a very secret antidote. And it sits in Sagittarius. But hold up now. This is why Taurus gets what? Money. Because Sagittarius, Jupiterian energy sits in the 8th house of other people's money and inheritance. Taurus understands that in order for transformation, see, we just sharpen iron. Once we finally realize That your Jupiterian energy, how to make money, is by learning how to speak your truth so you can stand in your power. Hello? That's what Taurus teaches y'all. Welcome to Azari Within, where we speak our truth so that we can stand in our power. That's how you get through the big blue sea in ocean flows. Over here in Taurus, we speak. That's what Taurus does. Hello, the throat. We speak our truth, Sagittarius. A Jupiterian energy. So we can stand in our power. A house is your power. You want to leave the matrix? First of all, you got to understand Taurus. You got to understand that nature is the leading out. And Pisces of the matrix. See how Taurus Crane is in here? Thank you. Happy super new moon. I'm telling you, I'm giving you all the gems. I'm never going to slide out on y'all. I'm always going to make sure that y'all have what you need. I don't want you to miss nothing. I still love y'all. Shit, I might not fuck with y'all, but I still love y'all. So, speak your truth. 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 Okay? Got 8 of Wands here now. So now that you communicated and you spoke your truth, now you can actually land this motherfucking plane. You can actually land what you're looking for that happiness, for that union. That's how you find your twin flame. Earth to Kiki. Thank you. Hello. I want to get off this live. I do. I do. I want to go do some shit. I want to go get ready. Go handle my business. But I feel like I'm too lucid right now that I feel like there's so much more to say. And y'all know I'm not really done. I just think it's time to move this somewhere else. Why? Because I feel like there's more truth. What did I say? What did I say? Truth moves what? You getting out of a stuck place. I'm not far away from home. Just get back into these free yes or no questions. Y'all go ahead and drop your name with your free yes or no question right down below. It has to be an actual question. Okay? An actual question. Free yes or no. Real quick. I'm going to take a little mini break. We're going to move this energy around. No. For those that are new, that are just now coming in, y'all really only get one free yes or no question. Only one. Only one. But it really needs to be about y'all how to create. Let's go through it. Cause see, you definitely can. Aries creates through Leo. Taurus creates through good godly Virgo. Virgo. No. Yes. Yes. Gemini creates through Libra. Cancer creates through Scorpio. Leo creates through Sagittarius. Virgo creates through Capricorn. 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 Where were you at? Libra creates through Aquarius. Ooh. And it's so much over there with Libras. Libra's time I ain't ready to do all the math for Libra's math. It's a lot in there. Libra pack punch with they codes. Like, this is why I say, like, stop hating on every single other zodiac sign, because you have it in your chart regardless if you feel like you have a planet there or not. It's still a house of energy that has transits that go there almost every single month. The moon goes into that house every single month. So don't sit here and act like that house ain't got no activation points, because it do. And you need to learn how to still master those houses, or it's just, again, it gets abandoned. Um, Scorpio creates through Pisces. Eh? Where we at? Sagittarius creates through Aries. Capricorn creates through Taurus. That's why Capricorns like to make money. That's their talent. They know how to make money. Okay. Aquarius creates through Gemini. This is why they're so innovative. Duh. Gemini guy is a jack of all trades. Okay? Don't sleep on no Aquarius. That's how they be getting y'all asses. They got the fifth house of Gemini. What Aquarius think like? I want to know. Quickly, quickly. What's in their third house? Aries. They think like an Aries. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Pisces creates through Cancer. Okay? That's how they do it. Y'all need to know how you create. Kia, is love coming soon for me? I'm picking up July, but something should have came through the months of March. If not this year of the month of March, it's probably gonna be next March. That's what I got. I just heard March. Something about March. Something about March. Thank y'all for being here. At this point, yes. At this point, yes. But go ahead and ask your free yes or no question. Yes and no. There's gonna have to be a compromise, Nala. You're welcome, Kia. Well, I passed the civil bar exam first time. Oh, so we got some lawyers up in here. See, I told y'all we was talking about lawyers at the top of the live. 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 We got lawyers. We got jurists. We got the people of the law in this live. I think y'all need to listen to these. When I say little key words, it means that something coming up. Yeah, somebody else was asking about their bar exam. You will. I don't know why I'm hearing a 79. You need to strive to get a 79. I don't know. Like, I don't know if they even like grade it like that, but 79, some like 79%, like, see that number and strive for that and you'll pass. You'll pass every time. Okay? It's not to say that you can't get to that ace point. It's not that. It's just saying strive for 79. Strive for 79. You can put that 7 and 9 together. What is 7 plus 9? Let me put the 10 on it. Okay. Don't even tell me. 16? Yeah. Yeah. 16? I had to do that math. As a Cancer rising, Virgo in my third house. Yeah, I'm doing math. Mental math, honey. Mental math. Like, let me put my 1 on it. I had to take that 1 off of that 7, put it over there with that 9 to make it even, and then I could really do my math like that. It's be easy. Like, anywho, you gotta do. I want to do some algebra, man. I was cold at algebra. Just the algebra equations at 4x equals 6. I see it. I just don't want to do it all the way. I just want to make sure if that's how you pull it apart. 4x. Isn't x, isn't 4 plus supposed to, okay, it's supposed to be like 4 plus x equals 6. I think that's how you do it. Yes. Strive for 7 and 9 for your first exam. 7 and 9. You'll duly pass. 7 and 9. I seen a 79. You could get an 80. You just need to study harder, love. Um, wear green that day. Yep, wear green that day. Or something yellow. Have green on, like a green shirt. Definitely wear a green shirt. Definitely wear a green shirt. And wear something yellow. Or have like a yellow ribbon or something on you. Okay. And then if you know your rising sign, then I can help you understand what your third house or your ninth house is. Because it's like a ninth house type of thing. Oh my God. Because that's how you're going to see if you can pass or not, the transits and stuff like that that's happening in your third and ninth house. Your third house is how you study. Ninth house, I feel like those are higher lessons in life. Sixth house is your pending karma. So this is really how you strategically study or strategically go throughout your days. And you go through your sixth house to find fulfillment. Okay, 6, harmony. This is how you find harmony. You want to find harmony? You want to find harmony? You go to your sixth house. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm weird like that. You want to find harmony? You go through your sixth house. Baby, as long as you teaching Cancer risings, if you a Cancer rising, for me, bitch, as long as you motherfucking teaching and studying Sagittarius and you traveling, baby, you can find some fulfillment, honey. I gotta travel, honey. I gotta be vroom vroom, vroom vroom. No, and I don't want to pull out your chart. You April 9th, April 29th, something feeling fly. A little. April 29th. So you in a Taurus. Baby, the Tauruses are in the building, okay? Yeah, I see them peeping. I know all y'all's charts. Don't even ever think that I don't know. I got a South Node in Taurus. I got a lot going on in this motherfucker here. Things are changing and I can feel it in my hands and my bones. Sorry. I can sing way better than that. I would not know your rising sign from that standpoint. I would kind of need your birth tone. You need to look that up, Google. You need your birth time. Okay. What else do I want to say? I think I moved this energy just as much as I could. They still flying this kite high in the sky. Pop out, pop out, pop out. Hey, love. I'm gonna do something. It's time for me to. I want to get off the live, but I don't want to get off the live yet, y'all. I really need some more cards because these cards, I need some more messages. You know what I'm saying? I need some more messages. I'm channeling right now, but it's just like, okay, y'all, I gotta go back to the house, so just stay on the live. I don't want, yeah, just stay on the live. I'll be right back. I don't want, yeah, just stay on the live. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back at his house, and it's 11:22 on the dial. Man, they don't start drum circle until like 3 o'clock, and I'm just like, bro, why y'all be so late with the shits? Oops, excuse me. I do need to change my clothes. Something I will be doing. I gotta use the bathroom, y'all. Hold on. I'll be back. Stay there. If you want to talk about magic, if you want to talk about magic, if you want to talk about magic, want to talk about magic, want to talk about magic, want to talk about magic. I need to clean up this room. Want to talk about magic. If you want to talk about magic, the first thing that you need to be doing is clean your room. Clean your space. Okay? Thank you. You need to clean your space. You want to talk about magic? Want to talk about music? Clean up your room. Okay? First of all, ain't nothing can really come through until your room clean. Okay? Now, my room I've been working. I'm not gonna hold you, but it's time to clean up. So, I did a little cleaning up yesterday in the households. That's what I did. But there still needs to be some more cleaning. And y'all gotta learn how to move things around. Okay. So we're gonna do. I need y'all to still keep liking the live, sharing the live. I'm gonna go a little bit more deeper while I'm moving stuff around. But we're gonna do a review. Okay. With manifesting anything, I would say you need to always make sure that your space is clean. Okay. Space. Okay, so you want to keep your vibration as high as possible. Primarily, you want to keep your vibration as high as possible. I still need to clean. You want to keep it as high vibrational as possible. So your environment needs to be high vibrational. Okay? Everything needs to be cleaned. Everything needs to be stored up, put up, clean, so that your energy and your vibe can feel what it needs to feel. When you do your hair, okay, you take your shower, that can put you in a high vibrational state instantly. Okay, even if you feel the most crummiest, try to clean your room, eat some good food, take care of the 5 things. Okay, like clean your room, eat good food and drink some good water, bodily health and upkeep, okay, and rest, and therefore clear thoughts will come in. Okay, you gotta keep in sunlight. That would be really the good thing. You need to get out the house. Okay, you gotta stay with those top free things. That's what my mama always told me. I'm just like, lady, I feel like fucking shit. Okay, I really need a deeper antidote than that. But it's true. You gotta do those things. When those things are taken care of, then you get to move forward and access some other layers of where you're feeling at. Okay? Now, we talked about a little bit about prayer, about grandma's prayers, and how y'all left Christianity and y'all don't have any type of principalities anymore. So with those principles, the principles of your grandma's prayers was just that, baby, pray. And there was strength in them prayers. There was strength in all of them prayers. And them prayers should not go out in vain. They shouldn't. They shouldn't go out in vain at all. They shouldn't go in vain. They're important. And the important to pray is very, very important. I actually have a video about that. I will try to post that later. See, this is cute, but I don't want to wear none of her clothes just yet. This would be cute with that. I need to get find like a bomb ass headscarf for this. That would be cute. Like, that would make that pop. That's definitely an outfit, but I don't feel like doing that right now. I don't feel like wearing this either. But this is cute as fuck too. They said they want me to wear this. Oh, it smells still good. That could go with that too. It could make this more subtle. I feel like I'm going to end up wearing this. They say you are. But this is cute too. Okay, well, I guess I'm wearing this. Okay. I found my clothes. See, I like simple stuff, like quick. I don't want to be... I used to like to take my time getting dressed. But right now, I'm just like, I'll be ready to get the fuck about this house. So, I'm going to get the fuck about this house. Okay. Your prayers is important, okay? So y'all need to learn how to pray. You need to forgive yourself. So this is why when you do those first 5 things and you make sure that you just good, like you good, boo. Is you good? Oh, that's going to set that off. I'm going to do something definitely fire with that one. When you... Where I get this? I get this from the Dollar Tree or something. I'll be buying that again, okay? I need a couple of them, okay? I like how that just gave it a whole different, a whole different look. When you understand, okay, so the next step, when you understand that everything that no longer serves has to go, and you stay stuck in denial of what needs to be let go of, it showcases to the universe that you're not ready for the next big thing. And so therefore, the universe is sentient, okay?
The universe wants to help you. So when you don't learn how to let go and you're in denial of the things that you need to let go of, you stay stuck. To get out of being stuck, you have to speak your truth, even when it's wildly uncomfortable. This is how you also heal. Okay. I want to put emphasis on, again, whatever does not serve. So say that you want to make $1 million, but you have broke friends that talk broke, that act broke, that don't do nothing for themselves. Well, what you think that spirit gonna ask you to do first? Let go of them friends. Okay. What if you don't have a disciplined mindset? You want to get disciplined first. So this is why everything, when you're trying to manifest, things look very hard, because you don't understand the principles or what the laws of the universe require of you to manifest. There's laws of the universe, but then y'all say, oh, I love the universe this, the universe that. Y'all have traded in Christianity so damn bad to a point where, again, you lost principles. You lost principalities. The universe has laws. While y'all keep walking around talking about the universe will provide. Oh, really? Yeah, those laws exist. And then y'all be walking away saying that, oh, manifestation ain't real, da 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 da. Oh, really? Yeah, you walked away from something thinking that spirituality was going to give you some type of sense of freedom, but it's not that, boo. And you frustrated. Girl, I'm talking to my damn self. I'm talking to myself. It's principles. The fuck? Y'all could have done better with that. I don't like how I'm leaning too. Thank you. It's principles. Y'all be forgetting that there's principles to things. I don't know why you mad, boo. But stop being mad. Ooh. That smells good. Ooh. Yeah, that smells good. Huh. Smells good. Okay. You stuck in your root? Stop. People gonna wanna ask, what's the laws of the universe? What's the laws of the universe? What's the laws of the universe? The laws of the universe. The universe. So if the laws of the universe, and it's uni, it's you and I, the yoni, okay? You don't think that women have laws and principles? I don't know. Sometimes I think I just be talking. We have the law of divine oneness. Okay? The law of vibration. The law of attraction. The law of correspondence. The law of action. The law of cause and effect. The law of compensation. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy. The law of relativity. The law of polarity. The law of rhythm, and the law of gender. So I really want to talk about the law of resonance. And I don't think they really talk about that. The law of resonance is that the universe doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are. It gives you what you desire. I mean, who you are. Not desire, sorry. This is going to be very intense for a lot of people. Okay? Neptune is in Aries. Okay? The moon teaches what is the providence of what is happening in the universe at a specific time. The universe is in alignment to divine alignment. There's divine timing. It's not that you're not ready. It's that the collective whole is shaping itself around the vibration that you are at, and this frequency is going off into the universe that's creating ripples, and it's saying that your energy vortex has to be at a lightning speed of fast electricity to actually activate doors that will open for your manifestation, because your manifestation is already there. It's looking for you. Your manifest, and this is also an energy where there's gravity. And so when we're not on the other side just yet, that's when Uranus gets into Gemini. When Uranus gets out of Taurus, things are going to start moving faster. Things have already moved fast. That's Uranus energy. Things move fast. Mercury moves fast. The moon moves fast. The moon is listening to your vibration inside of self, the body. So when Neptune is in Aries, this is about embodiment. The universe does not give you what you desire. It gives you what you are. This is where you start to understand the Anami Mundi, the soul of the universe, which is a Cancer rising. The universe vibrates at what you are feeling inside self. See, when you have money in your pocket, you feel exponentially different than what you feel when money is not in your pocket. But your mind doesn't know, but it also does know off of the vibration of what you're feeling if you have money or not. So what is important for you to do with your mind is to tell your mind that we are always effortlessly abundant, and showcase through your actions, which is Aries, which is your Mars sign, to showcase in the behavioral cycle. Mars is also the ruler of Scorpio. Scorpio rules the domains of psychology, which will tell you how to constantly be in momentum and motion to the vibration, Mars, also energy of who you are, so that the soul, the sun that sits in your solar plex, will illuminate to your moon sign on what you are actually feeling. That's it. So if you know these keys, then you wouldn't go against them. And that's where the level of free will is really a level of disobedience. You're being disobedient to yourself. The kingdom of God, Luke 17:20, verse 21 says that the kingdom of God is not here, is there or anywhere else, but lives inside of you. When you deny your soul, your sun sign, what makes it generally happy, you go against you, which goes against the you inside of you, which is the kingdom of God, because you are made in God's image. You go against that. You're going against who you are. You're denying yourself. And so therefore, when you're in denial of the self, the sun is exalted in Aries. Aries rules the self. You're really essentially saying to the universe, I have no value. And so it gives you things that reinforce what you feel that you are not valuable in. Now, the lesson can come clear because it's not a loss, it's a lesson. And the lesson is saying, hey, you're vibrating at this level and you're saying that you are not of value. Let me give you something that will reteach you value, whether if now it's up to you to see it as good or bad. It's up to you to come online to learn the lesson. 9th house. Before it gets to the 10th house, before you can achieve anything. 10th house is about your achievements, your legacy. Are you showcasing to yourself that you are allowing? The universe does not give you what you desire. It gives you what you are. If you're sweet and you know you're sweet, it's going to remind you. Sometimes the lesson is, here we go. Saturn is like the Matrix, but hold on. Saturn is your lessons, your karma. Okay. Now your blueprint, your blue map is going to give you aspects of squares or oppositions, which will, those aspects are your attractors. Those are the things that you attract in your life on a daily, but those are things that are linked into what you are here to learn, overcome, to flow into. 11:44 on the clock. And so for me personally, there has been a lot of harsh things in my life that I've came across, and I would love if I didn't have to. But I also have Saturn squared Venus, squared my moon. Doesn't look pretty all the time, okay? But then there's this beautiful sextile to my Neptune and Uranus. And then it makes some other aspect. I believe it makes an aspect to Pluto. No, it doesn't. But yeah, it does. Something. It does something. Ooh. Yeah. Berry mandarin and mint. Y'all gotta stop being afraid of your lessons. So say Saturn's in a trine or a conjunction. I mean, a conjunction can be a little harsh too, but when Saturn's in a trine, there's easy flow. You might be able to attract more easier lessons, but that's how it is. You have a square, you attract harsh lessons. You have a trine, or a sextile, you attract nice, easy flow lessons. I attract them both. Okay? But the hard lessons are not here to distract you, to make you feel like you have to go the extra opposite direction to your Saturn sign. It's just saying that this lesson comes with a heat of challenges. And it's okay. So if you want to, moon, you need to change your emotion about something. I'm going to test something. Your emotion is the intensifier of the thought. Your emotion behind it is the intensifier of the thought. You're made up of 70% of water. The moon has more effect on your body than the thoughts. There's negative thoughts that go through your mind every day. There's positive thoughts that go through your mind every day. There's downloads that come through you every single day. It's when you put your emotions, sacral, into, because that's where everything is binded. Okay, here we go. Whew. Stay with me now. I'm a Cancer. I'm a Cancer sun, moon, and rising. When your emotions connect to this thought that comes from the ethers, okay, you're making a spiritual contract. You're making a bond. You're making a web with that. You're making a web with that. Libra is contracts. Okay? So whatever contract that you make with this thought, Gemini as well, this thought can turn into a belief. Jupiter, Neptune energy, it can turn into belief. So when you want to manifest something through the ethers, Neptune, your emotions is the key frame to teach you, change the emotional awareness behind that thought process. You're not going to be able to change anybody's thought process. What you change is your emotional awareness that makes your sacral feel like it has to latch on to whatever it is. The darker side of the sacral is the mother archetype of trying to overfix. And so fixing things constantly within our womb is where we start to feel shame, where we start to feel a disarray. Because if we look at the body map of the zodiac signs, Libra sits around here, and this is where that contract, Libra, those spiritual cords, those cords that you don't see when you have sex with someone else, or when you do something with someone else. So it's careful. It's not about being careful, but what about your thoughts? Just be careful about your emotional awareness about that thought. You know how Raven always tried to change the outcome of her psychic visions when they felt bad or she wanted to speed them up? It's because of the level of emotion she had with that. It's when she got excited, she got really excited about one thing. that thing could have blown up in her face, or it couldn't have not been for her. See, that's the thing about it. It's like, not all of your thoughts is you. It could be others, especially if you're psychic. They could be for others. They could be for other people. They could be for, like, some message could come in because it's a collective message. Not everything has to be what you think. So when you understand that about yourself, you'll start to understand that you don't have to latch on. Your sacral is also about creation. So when you feel like something, the first house is really the house that you can utilize to manifest. When you're open, your first house, when you're open, the sun comes through the first house. That's where the soul enters. You have your fifth house, and your fifth house is about your heart. And so you're illuminated in the first fifth. I think the first and fifth is supposed to make a trine. It does. The first house and the fifth house makes a trine. So you're open. There's flow. There's things that are flowing. Your heart is attracting, is the magnet to attract. So when your heart is open, there's infinite possibilities, because the fifth house is the opposite of the 11th house, and 11th house is all about your wishes, your dreams, and your aspirations. And so when your fifth house is open, you're here and you're creating, and you know your purpose, your ninth house as well, and you're doing the things of the fifth house. You're in your fifth house momentum. You're doing the things of your fifth house. Everything just opens, and it opens, and it opens, and it opens more. Yeah, sunshine. And it just keeps opening. And so your first house, it's you. So you are the one that is, why won't you use your first house to manifest things towards you? Because your seventh house is the people, it's the relationships, it's the things, the spiritual contract that you're actually looking at all the time. So see it as like, okay, say your son, okay, made it all the way through to the other side. Okay, I'm going to try to break this down. Depending upon planets as well. For me, I'm not going to break that down just yet. So like, you're always looking at what is coming in. Like, seventh house is always, it's the attracting house, it's the marriage house, it's the partner's house, it's the relationships, and what those relationships come with. Eighth house can, like, or their possessions, your partner's possessions is your eighth house. So when you are free flowing between your first and your fifth and then your ninth, and you create that grand trine, and you're doing that every day, the sixth house opens up to bring that fulfillment, where it's also going into the future. So the sixth house is your pending karma. Your 11th house, to me, is like your future. It's your dreams. It's your wishes. It's the things that come out, that come online. So when you do this and you start to understand, again, you working with your first, you're studying yourself, the first house, your rising sign. You understand your fifth house, which is your creation, your talents, what you're here to create, what you're here to do. Everything just starts. You see those stars, the sunshine, the stars, you start to become who you say you are. Your 11th house is also about authenticity. Can determine how authentic you are. I'm not doing any free yes or no questions at this moment. But I am I can do paid. I'm not doing any for yes. I'm doing like a collective message. So once you start to understand that about that, you start to see that your dreams, 11th house, everything that you want, everything that you are, comes fully, and it doesn't stop. So that's just how the cookie crumbles. I'm hearing you just don't stop. You just don't stop. I'm hearing, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I'm hearing you're not in competition with no one but yourself. You're not in competition with no one but yourself. You're not in competition with no one but yourself. You're not in competition with no one but yourself. And so when you get ahead of yourself, and because you haven't studied yourself, just yourself, that's where all that extra energy comes from. You don't know yourself enough. So you're looking at somebody else's stuff instead of just looking at your own. When you continue to just look at you, and you look at you, and you look at you, you look at you, you look at you, you just become radically truthful with yourself, and you just become there. You just sit there. You don't hesitate about your truth anymore. You just get radical. You just get really radical with yourself. You get to a point where you just don't tolerate the lower self no more. You don't tolerate the things that you know you just gotta let go of. You don't tolerate them. You acknowledge them, but you don't acknowledge them for too long. You say, hey, we gotta move on. We gotta actually do the right thing. I'm actually looking to be better. I'm actually looking to stand up and be better. You're holding me back. You gotta transform. You gotta evolve. And if you can't evolve, you have to be removed. You gotta be removed. Okay. What other messages do we have here? I lost my train of thought in the form of teaching. That's kind of why I don't like answering questions right now. Time, past life, and water. Okay. Basically, your past lives. Talk about it real quick, they said. I want to say 4th, 12th, and 8th can peep into your past lives. I just want to be with you and somebody's life. Man, they say in this book your past life is your 5th house. Or your past life is really Saturn in 12th. Someone getting down on their luck. I really don't need that energy right now. You need to get up. You'll be all right. Oh. Anywho, I need to go get some food. I need to go take a shower right now. Really, honestly. That's what I need to do. I need to go. Get my life together. Water holds memory. Water holds memory. So honestly, it would be your water houses. Your water houses. Like I said, I really would say 4th, 8th, and 12th house is your past lives. It's interesting that they say the 5th house is your past life. I'll have to actually kind of like study that to kind of like be able to comprehend it in that form of way. But look, Saturn is really about your karma. Your 6th house is your pending karma. So that's where I was. Your 6th house is about your pending karma. So whatever you do day to day, your 6th house is your day-to-day life. That's the karma. Your 6th house is all about your choices. The choices that you make. The choices that you make day to day. Every single day. It's pending karma. So about the pending karma, you see that, what? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Your pending karma is 6th house. Okay, the 11th house. The choices of your pending karma shows up in your 11th house. What you gained. Okay. So for me, the choices that I've made will showcase around this super new moon in Taurus. That would be crazy. That's kind of fucking crazy. And a choice that you do make, there could be a wish. There's definitely a wish that's happening for Cancer risings. So just be careful. Or since it's new, you're setting a new intention. You're setting like a new wish for Cancer risings. And you will see how to create it in the Scorpio, around the Scorpio full moon. That makes more sense. Okay. Time is no like time. All right, y'all. I just be talking. I know I'll just be talking. I can't wait to get back and clean up this room to the fullest degree. It's 12:05 though. I really do have a lot of time to clean up this whole room. I think I just want to do a card reading, but I almost feel like it's almost time to go. Like, it's almost time to get me off this live. It's almost. Not quite, but almost. They said it is and it's not. I really just want everything off this table so I can redecorate it. That's what I'm really finna do. I'm trying to get everything off this table and then redecorate. That's what I'll do when I get back home. Save yourself! song, get reckless, save yourself. Save yourself. I don't know why I'm like this. No, for real. Save yourself. I might do that for y'all. Okay. I know what, it's been a basic message, but not. I had to I'm still trying to break through some stuff right now, so give me a moment. I need to get paid for my downloads. I need to get paid for my biggest downloads. I need to get paid for my biggest downloads. I need a team that be like, okay, Jasmine, give us what the message is for today. And they record it. They write everything out. They type it all up. They get me in different shots and different fucking angles. Hey, girl. Then they just, what else they do? They make my website beautiful. They update everybody on what the message is. That's what I need. Thank you. I'm finna change, but thank you. That's what I need. Ooh. That's what I really need. So many letters. I invite you to see what you don't want to see, but it's okay. I don't want you to see yourself no more. Oh, just move away. Y'all, to even be able to perform this miracle message that I want to give to y'all, I gotta move shit around. I gotta make shit feel lighter in here. Oof. You know? It can't be too heavy. Can't be too heavy, honey. Can't be too heavy. Let me know. Let me know. I'm be so happy I get to throw trash away. Stuff that don't matter no more. I'm be so ready to throw some trash away. I'm just like, let's get the trash out. Shit. I'm feel like the water not clean. I need the drinks. Oof. I'm sorry, y'all. I just gotta do some extra cleaning. It's like stuff to be cleaned before I go. Ain't nothing like a good clean space. And my hair itches too. Good goggly. I'm sorry, y'all. It is itch. Okay. 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 This somewhat better. Y'all, my hair is still itching. It's somewhat better. The energy. I got too many cards on this motherfucking thing. Here we go. Okay. Okay, y'all. Okay. Y'all ready for the next part? I am ready to also get out of here. Pass the message on to somebody else. When I say I don't think y'all ready for this one, sometimes I'll be feeling like I'm not ready for it. The Alchemist Queen. I don't know if I want to break into this one. I think I want to meditate with this one. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I can break down this one for y'all like this. I don't know if y'all ready for this one. This is something strong. Sparks of light, Earth's heart, and chaos. The 22 mysteries. Hope, sensation, and exhilaration. Earth's heart. Depth. Pulse. Buried treasure. And then chaos. Is disoriented. Spinning. And groundlessness. I'm hearing it don't matter. A lot of you are waiting on them now. A lot of you are waiting on them now. A lot. I know I'm stalling y'all, but I'm trying to hear a lot of change is near. I said we've already went through a lot of change. I'm not saying that. It's just gonna be more change. It's just gonna be a lot more change. And I just hope y'all see that, and be okay with that. It's just gonna be a lot more change. A lot more change. More change than you would want to bear. I'm hearing it's totally different this time. One foot in front of the other, 1 foot forward. Relax is just the loading screen. Yeah, everything's still loading. Whew. Everything that just happened, like, there's still more to happen. Hey, love. There's just a lot more to happen. Like, there's more than meets the eye. If you feel like everything just went left, I'm hearing there's more that's going to go left, but it's going to be a good going left. Interesting in how you know that's what you want exactly. Like, Spirit's just asking, like, just relax. I'm finna show you how. I'm finna show you why. I'm finna show you why you need to relax, why you need to surrender. I feel like Spirit is saying this is a setup to show you why you don't want someone. Or why that might not have been the best option. It's not, they say it's not even that. We're finna show you. We're just finna show you. We're finna show you today. Watch out. We're finna show you why. We're finna show you the how. We're finna show you the everything. They just want to show you. No decisions, just grooving. There's no decisions that need to be made right now. I'm hearing the decision was already made. The decision was already made. There could be a very big barrel of emotions, not sure where to go, not sure what's next. Here, this be itching. Not sure where to go next, not sure how to move forward. It's not time to move forward just yet. There's no action that needs to be made. The action has already been made. I'm hearing you've already made it clear to them. They said last message and then we gotta roll. Fierce serenity. I'm hearing last push and pull. Last push and pull. I'm hearing last final touches. Everything's finna sparkle. Last final touches. Last final touches. Finna make it all brand new. Don't have to worry about it no more. Don't have to worry about it anymore. You got your groove. That's what you wanted more. Ain't nothing wrong with getting your groove back. This is what you wanted more. I'm hearing the spiritual team is responsible. Spiritual team is responsible. Spiritual team is responsible. Here and go back and forth with him. See what is really true. I'm hearing see what is really true. See what is truly true. I'm hearing no more mistakes, love. They say we done for this hour. I'm hearing don't go back and forth if you don't want to know the truth. I'm hearing hurry up and choose. Okay, those are the messages. I need to run in the shower and get out. I think I'm gonna take a break for the rest of the day. I'm gonna go dance. I'm gonna go dance. I'm gonna go chill. I'm gonna go get some food. I'm gonna take my stuff to my work to Pan African and work. Ooh. Man, you gotta have a Sharpie. I need to get Sharpies. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see y'all soon.